All right, guys, so what you may have already heard is that Michelangelo has been banned here at Super Smashcon Fall Fest. Now, this is a big deal because a lot of Michelangelo players are pissed because it was like less than 24 hours notice. So I'm going to go around, talk to a couple top players, a couple casters, and get their thoughts and opinions on how they feel this is going to affect the event overall, and maybe even going forward towards Nick's future in competitive play. Me personally, I'm not for bans. I think tactics that can be, you know, kind of toxic and, you know, affect interactive gameplay, yeah, you can take that off the table, but never banning a character. That's never been something I appreciate. But that's just my opinion. We're going to talk to some pros and professionals about it. Let's get started. Seeded to make a lot of money, make a lot of waves as, again, the second seed, but they kind of screwed them a little bit. They banned your character 24 hours before the event. How do you feel about that?
I'm pissed, honestly. So the issue, I understand. Banning Mikey, whatever. Like, you know, he has an easy combo, people can learn it and abuse it. I had a day, 24 hours, to learn an entire character where I'm in a tournament where I'm seeded to make like $2,000 something.
Crazy. TK, now you come from the era like me, Meta Knight was banned, you know what I'm saying? Try to get rid of Bayonetta. We're not really for the bans, but how do you think the ban impacted this tournament so far?
I definitely think we're not going to see 7 Mikeys in top 8, so that's great. I think this is like, normally I'm not about banning, you know, but that little situation, it was too easy to pull off. So I feel like that had to go until they fix it. They are trying to fix it as quick as possible, so good stuff to Nick. But yeah, I'm kind of happy that it banned. At least we'll see some level of variety. It's probably going to be 8 Oblinas now though, but whatever.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of Oblinas doing really well. Now, this should be interesting to get from you, Max, because you were in the era where we debated back and forth on if we're going to ban Meta Knight or not, right? But they just right out the gate decided to just ban Mikey 0 to deaths. That infinite stall hasn't been passed out of the Switch version. What's your thoughts?
So I think if it was just one of the two, if it was just the stall and just the infinite, like, we probably wouldn't have banned him. But because it's both of them in conjunction, I feel like it makes a lot of sense. I don't think Mikey's even really that good of a character without the infinite, but he's good. He's solid, you know, he's got a lot of range and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, I think it was warranted just because we saw what happened in the juice box. It was just all Mikeys doing their thing, you know.
Bad.
And spectatorship's really important for the first land.
Right.
So I'm down with it.
All right, so I got the #1 seed of the tournament here. My man Kirbykid. This guy's an absolute beast with Renaissance. You know, my team different. But I must confess, my friend, this tournament, some people are saying is a little tainted because they banned Michelangelo. What are your thoughts on that?
Good.
You're good? Okay, you're glad he's good. Okay.
Good. That's the one worry I had this whole turn.
Really?
I was like, if Michelangelo was not banned, I'm dittoing every Mikey.
Oh, really?
I was ready. I was literally practicing.
Okay.
His nair strings are just, it's literally like it's sent you into witch time.
Yes.
That's the best way to put it.
It's not fair.
It was very just, I don't think it was good for the game.
So $2,000 on the line, $10,000 in total, and the TOs basically said middle finger to me, and they were like, hey, you gotta learn a new character, bud. Sorry, yours is a little broken. Meanwhile, watch what the Angs do at this tournament.
Here, man, either he just jumped, no air dash, and Pink in a spot where he can win from here. One more, and he does it!
Every character does it. Okay. Every good character does it. Aang does it, Oblina does it, Mikey does it. The only difference is, when the 2 best Slap City players in the world pick up your character, they make him look stupid broken.
Well, just like as far as consistency goes with these patches and stuff like that, do you feel like the game can be sustainable like going forward just on the Switch, even though the patches are clearly behind?
Maybe. It depends on what they do in those patches. You have to make some pretty big patches.
Right.
And like we're still gonna be behind probably, but as long as we get to a patch that is like playable, then we're good. I think the DLC is also gonna help too, but I'm not sure how they're gonna do the DLC between Switch and.
It depends on how they first off, the loading time is
They're atrocious.
I don't think that'll change because I think that's just the Switch.
Right.
But I feel like they can fix all the bugs, like the frame drops on Onyx stage.
Yeah, that would be helpful. I saw some people complaining about that.
All the lag. I just found out today Lucy just lags the game.
Okay.
Like teleporting. But yeah, I think it can do well on the Switch, but I actually think doing it on Steam Deck and I release it would probably be better.
Oh, I like that idea. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Because not only, it's portable and easy to use, but you can actually use every controller.
Okay.
Because if you do it for the Switch, you're limited to GameCube.
Correct.
Pro controller.
Yes. Okay, cool.
PC, obviously. Are we going to get it later too on the Switch or no? But yeah, I just think that as we get to like a good patch right now where most of the jank, like the super easy jank is gone, then we're probably in a good spot.
So they've already announced that they're increasing the DI influence from like 10 degrees to 16 degrees. I think that's going to change the game a lot. It's going to get you out of a lot of like cheesy setups and stuff. So that might just work. But if it doesn't, I think the slow hit stun on nairs like Aang and Mikey that needs to be reevaluated.
Okay.
Like it's super easy to combo off of that, and then naturally you can just loop.
Like, I understand there's supposed to be broken stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But to have that at the start, it was just like...
It was too much?
It was a bit much.
Yeah, because the Switch is behind anyway as far as updates go, so like it would be kind of weird.
I understand it, and I understand if it was more so like the developers of the game didn't want it to be seen.
Yeah.
But I did personally feel like, I know it wasn't targeted, but at the end of the day,
It feels a little targeted.
there's one Mikey seeded to make top 8. There's 2 Mikey seeded to make top 12.
So you're just against bans in general, is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, play the game the way that it is. I mean, you saw it, like when I played against Grayson on stream,
Yeah.
I was doing
Lena.
what the Switch version allows me to do. I jab locked him and he can do nothing. So
Right.
I would just grab him and throw him to the ledge and jab lock him again. He can't do anything about that. So if you're gonna let people do jab lock bullshit, why not just let Michelangelo do his bullshit too?
Let
Instead,
the man play.
Instead, you screw over 2 of your top 12 competitors.
All right, looking down the road, if we get more DLC characters, obviously, like they have any kind of like jank and stuff like Michelangelo, like do you feel like this all-out ban is like the right way to go until it's addressed on the patch, or do you just let it rock from here on out?
I feel like we're not gonna have that situation anymore, but I don't know. Maybe let it rock once.
Okay.
Like what I'm saying, just to see what happens.
It really depends. If there's like a big land coming up with like 10K on the line, that obviously Nick and Ludasi want front and center, I think maybe we just ban the character.
Okay.
But it has to be something egregious, like not just a top tier character, you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Appreciate your time, bro.
No problem, bro.
All right, well, we know Mikey's banned, but looking forward, of course, we're gonna have other characters. Before I let you get out of here, what's your #1 DLC character request? Who do you want in?
Hugh Neutron.
Hugh Neutron. Really? Hugh?
Why not?
I mean, Hugh was up there in hilarity. He's a very funny
exactly.
guy. Jimmy's father, if you don't know, Jimmy Neutron's father. And we do need some Jimmy rep anyway. So that would be pretty
Put them
cool.
both. Just put them both there.
Bro, we're on the same page. Thanks for your time. Good luck in the
No
tournament,
problem.
too.
Thank you.
I'm in.
Appreciate it.
But I still think you're going to make at least top 4.
I think
you're
I
just
can.
that damn good.
I think I can.
We're wishing you the best. All right.
Happens.
Well, the thing at this one is, like, I know a couple Michelangelo players got screwed because they banned it 24 hours before the event, right? So that's kind of like, that's kind of gray area, I feel like, or, muddy waters. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, I mean, look, half these Michelangelo players weren't actually trying to, you know what I mean? Like, y'all didn't really like Mikey. Y'all weren't like, that's my favorite turtle,
They're
bro.
trying to
Like,
win. That's fair. That's 100% fair. I appreciate your time, TK. Thank you so much.
Always.
I actually can't 5P that. That's your footsies? Can you guys hear me? I think my PC exploded. Don't let someone else control your life. Keep your passwords safe with Keeper Security.